2 points dropped or 1 point gained? Well, you know the answer to that question. Hello, viewers, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. I spoke at length in my match preview yesterday regarding the threat that Curacao possesses. They're a team from minute 1 to minute 95, not minute 90, minute 95 that goes out. Even if they're trailing by 2 or 3 goals, the tenacity that they have is up here. Up here. We made it more difficult than it should have been. Curacao deserves some props for the way that they defended, especially the first opportunity that Shamar Nicholson had before we took the lead. But after that, though, well, I should say more so the header that Damien Lowe had before we took the lead. After that, in the second half, we also had a chance through Carter Morris, Shamar Nicholson again. So I believe that we should have had 2 goals in the net. We have 1. I think we should have had at least 1 more. If we're creating 10 chances, then I'm expecting Jamaica to put away 4 to 5. That's our conversion rate under Coach Whitmore. 1 in every 2, roughly. At worst, 1 out of every 3. That's our conversion rate of shots on target to goals. So we're through to the quarterfinals. But just like the discussion we've had when the Gold Cup draw was made, last week when we spoke about Honduras, when we spoke about El Salvador, and we spoke about Curacao now, it's not going to get any easier from here. The margin for error is slim. Why? Because Jamaica is going to play either the United States or Panama in the quarterfinals. Panama, a team we've only beaten twice in 50 years, while the United States, a team we've only beaten twice in the United States. Ever. And Jamaica's first international fixture came back in 1925. Yeah. Can you believe that? It's almost 100 years ago. We played the US 50 odd times in that period of time at the senior level. And what do we have to show for it? A World Cup qualifying victory in 2012, a Gold Cup semi-final win 2015, a friendly international victory this year, 2012, 2015, 2019. Curacao. I've preached so much about this team, so much. If you watch my channel from I began, I preached so much about this team and what they're capable of. And they're only going to get better. That's the scary thing about it. Watch them in World Cup qualifiers next year. Watch them. They're going to take the world by storm. You have to prepare for your opponents in terms of video analysis, strengths and weaknesses. You have to know. And you know that the player that scored Curaçao's goal this evening is a man that takes shots between the 78th minute of games and the 90th. We have to know that. So Shamar Nicholson scored for Jamaica in the 14th minute, and then Curacao equalized in the 3rd minute of second half stoppage time, and that came through Julian Gardy. Yeah. Now Gardy plays his trade, obviously, in the Eredivisie. Well, the team got promoted from the 2nd tier, that is Warwick, and this 25-year-old right back got his first goal for Curacao. But guess what? The way that he has been shooting is exactly what he has been doing at his club. And guess what? The chance came and he took it. So what does this mean now? For now, Jamaica is at the top of the group with 5 points. Depending on the result in the El Salvador-Honduras game, Jamaica could finish 2nd. Could. And just an update of what is going on now. It's halftime in the Honduras-El Salvador game at 0-0. So if the score stays as it is in that game, El Salvador will stay 2nd in the group and Jamaica tops the group with 5 points. Boy, I really love to make things difficult, don't we? Well, it is what it is, eh? But we move on. We move on. So as I said, Jamaica is now going to face either the USA or Panama in the quarterfinals. When are those fixtures going to be played? Sunday. Sunday, those fixtures are going to be played. If Jamaica and the games are going to be at Lincoln Financial Field over in Philadelphia. Just a reminder as well about the fixture that we just had. People might be wondering before I go into the comments, what was Jamaica's starting 11 for this game? Just a reminder of that. Andre Blake, Alvas Powell, Sean Francis, Damien Lowe, Kemar Lawrence. In front of them, Devon Williams, Andre Lewis, Ricardo Morris, Javon Watson, Junior Flemings, and Shamar Nicholson up top. The subs that came on, Michael Hector, Tyreek McGee, and Kevin Lambert. We hope that Damien Lowe is okay and will be fine for the quarter-finals. So what about that guy, Gina Van Kessel? So, what are you guys saying in the comments now? Cooley 2 Foot says, we made it more difficult than it should have been. Game should have been over in the first half. It should have been, yeah. Yeah. I believe that Leon Bailey was rested for the quarterfinals. We create a lot of chances. We should, as Jenna says, we created a lot of chances and we should have converted more. Yeah, I agree. Teji Williams believes Tapa should walk. I don't know about that. Shadrick Nelson, worst game so far. Really disappointed and annoyed with the starting 11. If this continues, we won't move to the semifinals. It's going to be a difficult quarterfinal. I believe. Well, let's see what happens in the Panama USA fixture first before I go out and make any predictions. But regardless of what it is, it's going to be a difficult game. Cooley 2 Foots. Much better performance, even though there's still room for improvement. Yes, that is true. There is more room for improvement. Forget sentiments. Tapa not ready at this level. As coach, football careers, JATV. Chadwick Nelson, that's your opinion. Football careers, JATV. Chadwick Nelson, honestly, I don't even feel like watching the rest of the Gold Cup. Jabruki McCarthy, don't understand Watson playing up front. Cooley 2 Foots really thought this was their worst game. The last 2 games, they barely created any chances. This match, we had more. We had more chances in this than the El Salvador game, that is true. But as I said earlier, regarding the finishes, can't give away can't be sloppy with the ball. And in addition to that, Nicholson probably should have had a brace. I'm not going to kill him for it, but I believe Ricardo Morris should have converted. And Curacao had some defending for that Damien Lowe header. So, as I said, at least 2 we should have scored tonight. Scored 1. The amount of chances we had, yeah, Stefan, the amount of chances we had. Jenna says, Panama will beat USA 3-2. It's a possibility. Let's see. I'd also like us to cheer on our former Jamaican international, Michael Johnson, who is the head coach of Guyana. They take on Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow. It's a dead rubber match, yes, but I'd like to see him pick up his first Gold Cup win. We're also going to play Guyana down the road in the CONCACAF Nations League, so it'll be interesting to see Michael Johnson and what he'll say regarding that. Watson was never playing up front. Why Vassell not playing? Resting for that big quarterfinal. Very disappointing results, like USA coming to said we don't play with any purpose, like killer instincts. Xavier Wilkie, we created a couple of chances and didn't convert. China boy, not a single man in that. I don't understand. Still trying to understand this. Why are we scared to play the USA? We shouldn't be scared to play the USA. Jenna says, I wish Ravel was in the squad. He will be one day. Not in the Gold Cup, but he will one day. All being well, and his form is, yeah. Yes, yeah, we didn't see Darren Muttocks either. But like Coach Whitmore said, his chances will come. He got one against El Salvador not long. But as I said, based on who we'll play, which tomorrow we'll find out. Tomorrow we'll find out if we're going to play USA or Panama in the quarterfinals. From there, we can see what will be needed and the type of team that we're going to play. Because USA will match up to us physically, while Panama will play the ball on the ground. So depending on who we'll get in the quarterfinals, we can make the determinations of who we can have in the team. For an example, if we're going to go against the USA, I'm keeping Shamar Nicholson in the starting 11. If we're playing Panama, I would have Deborah Orgil. Why? Because I need somebody that is going to hunt the ball and work it down, because the same energy that Panama possesses is the same way that Curacao will possess as well. So that is why that would be my preference if we were to play Panama. But as I said, let us see. Let us see how things progress. Let us see. Still have some time, but Shamar Nicholson deserves his credit. Remember 2 years ago in the Gold Cup, he was robbing the bench. He was in the Caribbean Cup semi-final and scored in a penalty shootout against French Guyana. He was in the Gold Cup squad and didn't play. Look at him now. Look at him now. Coming on as a substitute against Honduras at the National Stadium, scoring his second international goal for Jamaica and his first Gold Cup goal this evening against Curacao. As I said, that youth are going to go far. Yeah. Yeah, I feel quite miffed. It's not a loss, but at the same time, it's not the result that we want. Would have loved to have a win to continue that momentum into the next game. Should have been a game where we got the 3 points, but at the same time, we learned more about ourselves as a team in this fixture. Either USA or Panama will have their first worst game of the tournament, and we're most likely going to play. It's just such an intriguing one because USA has taken on an inexperienced Guyana and a poor Trinidad. That's who the USA have faced. So right now they're hard to judge. Even though we played them quite recently, that was an under-23 team that they fielded, bar their goalkeeper and a handful of players. If you ask me who I want to play, that's a different question. I would rather play USA. But let us see. Let us see how things progress. So, a reminder once more, 0-0 at halftime between Honduras and El Salvador. If the score remains the same, Jamaica will top Group C. Do you know the last time Jamaica topped a group at a Gold Cup? Do you remember? Try and tell me. Anyone in the comments want to say so? No. All right. Let me tell you. If you go back to 2015, we topped the group. That year, we played in the Gold Cup final against Mexico. The time before that, when we topped the group, was 2011 under Tapa as well, and we got knocked out to the United States at the quarterfinal stage. That time was the first time we picked up 9 points in the group stages of a Gold Cup. Decent team that year too. Yeah, the likes of Shelton, Omar Daly, Javon Watson. That was a quality team. That means that 2011, 15, 17, 19. This is Javon Watson's fourth Gold Cup. Up there with Tyrone Marshall and company. Interesting. But the next game will be a special game for Taxi. It'll be Kimor Taxi Lawrence's 50th international game for the Reggae Boys. Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. 1 point gained or 2 points dropped? Ensure to leave it in the comments below. And let me know as well, who do you want Jamaica to play in the quarterfinals? Panama or USA? Which one of the two? All right? And don't forget as well to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.